Guys, let me be brutally honest. Manchester United has very poor, uneducated footballers that even if Sir Alex Ferguson returned with Arsene Wenger as his assistants, these players cannot play football at this level. Welcome to the United Sport. Here is my match reaction, and I'm going to tell you why I think Manchester United is in trouble until we get rid of more than 80% of these players on this team. I'll tell you, let me start off with the captain, Bruno. You're on a yellow card. You're already on a yellow card. Why on earth are you going into such a nasty tackle? From the start of the game, first of all, Bruno was making silly plays. We saw them from this even before the red card. Actually, where I was telling people we need to substitute Bruno. I rarely say that because I keep saying even when he has a bad game, he's an important player because he seems to give the energy to the team to play off him. But I was saying Amorim needs to put him off. He was that bad. But as a smart player, you know you're already on a yellow card. How on earth are you conceding such a stupid second yellow in front of the referee? It's not in a dangerous zone. It's not like you're going to concede a goal. It's not like you're fighting to win the ball and score a goal. Not elite. Two, talk about Andronana, the goalkeeper. We blamed Altel for the direct corner he conceded from Son in the Tottenham Hotspur's game. But listen, how on earth do you as a team, Manchester United, at this level, you're conceding in 2 games, you're conceding direct corners without anyone touching the ball? I remember when we were kids playing football, what they used to tell us first is when you concede a corner, back then it was the number 2 and the number 3 would mark the 2 poles, the 2 goal posts. Today, it is usually, I think, either the same the defenders, the fullbacks, or one of the big players, either a striker or a midfielder, will go and mark the 2 poles. That's the basic of football. But Man United fails to do that. Andro Nana is in that big goal in a corner, but he's the one manning the whole of it. And there are 2 players. Remember, there are no offsides in corners. So there are 2 Wolves players, opposition players, marking those poles, sandwiching the goalkeeper. And you're thinking it's supposed to be a foul. They should have given it as a foul. Guys, these players are not elite. It's not even about the coaching. You've got to be smart as a footballers. United players are consistently showing us they are not smart. Leave those. Go to Diogo Dallo. Second half he tried. There are certain moments he came in and saved. They were coming at us and he was saving us at the back. But for the most part of the game, you looked at Dallo and you're thinking, guys, I said it in one of my previous videos, his football IQ is questionable. I'll say the same. Let me even not dwell so much on him. Rasmus Højlund, you were number 9. You're the striker, the goal poacher. Instead of when you drop into play to play along, you can't be involved in the play. It's okay. You've got to drop back and be involved in play. But as a number 9, you're not expected to have many touches on the ball. When you drop back and you're out of position, what you have to do is play 1-2, 1-2 touches so that you rush and position yourself to try and get the ball or carry away defenders and create space for the people, the attacking players, to try and shoot and do something. But Højlund is playing wide. He's not in his number 9 position where he should be as a striker, as a number 9. He's inclined to the left, but he's having like 5 touches on the ball for nothing. He's losing the ball in ways you don't understand. His first touch is shaking. He's shaking. That's why I keep saying he's confusing. There are certain things Højlund does and you think this is a good player, but certain silly things he does and you're thinking, how did he get here? Guys, this is insane. Kobe Maino. I don't know what happened to Kobe Maino, to be honest. I cannot identify Kobe. And I would say he had injuries before and blah, blah, blah. But guys, it's been so many games since he returned from injuries. He cannot even play a good, decent pass to to his colleague. And you're thinking, what's going on? What's going on with this? But he was best known for his good passing. When I was so excited falling in love with him, it was because of his good passing. Why has he dropped so low that you look at him and you're thinking, why is he there? That Casemiro had to come off the bench and look extremely better, him and Eriksen. Because in the second half, when we were 10, United looked more composed, they looked better. We were more organized, we were more calm, yet we were 10. In the middle, there was no pressure. Yeah? So what exactly is happening to these players? Manuel Ugarte, again, plays well most of the time, but again in his head, you're thinking, Why is he getting all this CD? If you think about it, by the way, most of the yellow cards that, because he's missing the next game against Newcastle United, you wonder what will happen. No Bruno, no Ugarte. But these players are all one and the same. But listen, if you think about all the yellow cards that he has accumulated to be now missing the next game, Ugate's cards are CD cards. You think about them and they could have been avoided. He he's getting a yellow card for holding onto the ball when the ball is in the opposition half. There is no threat at all. Why are you holding onto the ball? You know that's bookable. Do these boys know the rules of the game? Do these boys know the rules of football? Do they follow the game? That's why I'm saying these Man United players are not educated. They are not elite in their thinking. I think Ruben Amorim looks at them. You look at, honestly, people say the back three can't work, but the system that beat us is the exact system that Man United plays. Victor Pereira played the same system, the 3-4-2-1. Exactly. That's the system that beat us. So you can't say it can't win. We've seen guys come, Conte, name them, win big titles playing that system. It's not the system. It's these players not being educated enough for this system. Now, question is, does the coach change his system to try and accommodate these players? But what system can they play? If they can't even play Eric Ten Hag's 4-2-3-1, they failed terribly to execute it. How can they, which system then? For me, the solution is to get rid of most of these players. Amorim made some decent substitutions. I thought the substitutions were good. Zakzi, I think, was a slightly an improvement on Hoyland. I thought Anthony came in and tried to, bring pace. I like the fact that Anthony was going forward more than coming back. I thought, for me, that is something we've been lacking in his game. He's been playing so many negative balls, and you're thinking, why would they take us? I thought he was a bit better off the bench. Again, subtle improvements in him. I thought the two holding midfielders, Eriksen and Casemiro, came in and brought composure in the middle. But guys, by and large, these individual players are just not smart. I will tell you without fear of missing my words. These are the players who I think should be leaving Man United. These players should be leaving Man United. I don't care what you think about them. This list of players at some point, Bruno Fernandes is number one. And no, it's not even just after because of this game. I've said it here before that if there is a club that is able to give Man United reasonable money at a point where you owe a lot of money in transfer fees, you want money. Players like Bruno Fernandes are not unsellable. It's a proper rebuild the team. All this is dead wood. Fernandes sell, Rashford, and I see people who are now talking about Rashford. The Rashford PR brigade trying to come out and say, you see, Rashford is not there, it's the problem, blah, blah, blah. Rashford is just as bad as all these players. He's even worse because he has even got a worse attitude than all of them. But Rashford, sell, Garnacho comes off the bench, and you could see clearly this boy has no future here. He's young, that's the only hope. Unless he works on himself, that's the only hope. But you struggle to see what he has improved on. You struggle to see what has improved on Garnacho. Fidgeting all over the place. He's not composed. It's like he's not an elite footballer. All these players are playing like they are under a lot of pressure and they're unsure. They don't know. I think Amorim, one of the things Amorim changed when he joined Man United, one of the things he told his coaches, he told them, don't give these players a lot of information. Because like I told you before, this system calls for smart footballers. But there's a lot for them to learn. And I think he figured these players are not smart. He told his assistants, don't give these guys a lot of information. In fact, he told them, if you cannot explain something in one line, don't communicate it until we can together collectively find ways of summarizing it, because the players are perhaps not that smart to grasp and understand a lot of things, a lot of information. But Hoyland, man, he's not there. You can sell if there is a buyer. Antony, definitely. Zakzi, mediocre. Eriksen, there is no doubt. Casemiro, sell. Martinez is also not untouchable. Sell. Maguire, not there. Dalot, not there. Luke Shaw, not there. Malaysia was not even in the squad. It's not because he's injured. He was not even there. Andre Onana, failing at the basics. Guys, who is... you realize that you can nearly sell the entire Man United squad. I've told you guys, Man United, the rebuild, the overhaul at Man United is going to be worse than what Mikel Arteta did with Arsenal. I'm telling you. In a space of, before his contract is 2.5 years, in less than 2.5 years, you won't be able to identify this Man United team. This team is so bad, and I can tell you, I cannot blame Amorim for anything. Because because he has put in all players we wanted. Because what he has done is he has given every player an opportunity for you to see. Because you can say when he doesn't play Kobe and plays Casemiro, people are saying, why is he playing Casemiro and Kobe is on the bench? When Kobe plays and Casemiro is on the bench, same thing. Why isn't Casemiro playing? Because again, he's also not performing. Bruno is on the team. Does he get silly card? He's the first Man United player in 10 years to get three red cards in different competitions in the same season. In the past 10 years, that's the captain. That's your captain who doesn't have the smartness, the brain to make smart, sensible tackles. Guys, this is the team you expect to compete for titles. I'm done blaming coaches. No, 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 no. Amorim has shown that he's a good coach already. In less than 2 months, he has already shown us how he wants to play. There are these poor players are trying to post touches together. They are just not good enough for this level, for his system. So either he changes how he wants to play, but he was hired because of how he plays football. And in fact, he has said it. He's going to stick to his way until the end. It's the players who will drop off, and I want Ineos to back him until he gets the right players to play the way he wants to play, because I strongly believe in him as a coach, in his system of football. Ineos believes in it. There is absolutely no reason for us to, again, lose another manager because of this bunch of nobodies who are so clueless. Sometimes you just look at them and you're thinking, how on earth are they Man United players? Who recruits these players for this Man United? Who signs these players for this team? Goodness. I can't even rate them. I can't rate this performance, by the way. I can't.